Okay. No countdown, but for everybody listening, this is the Upper Bay Podcast back with another episode. If you're new here, you can find us on Spotify and YouTube. If you're not new here, we appreciate you checking back in for another episode. It means a lot to us, guys. Today, we have Mr. Chris Plecker. Did I say that right, Chris?
Yep.
All right.
First one
Chris,
ever pronounced correctly.
Chris, you are our farthest guest ever, coming all the way from Michigan. What is going on, man?
Oh, thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely, bud. You know, we've been kind of here in Maryland and Delaware, PA. We're in the heart of the rut. Now, everything that I've kind of always learned and heard of is, you know, those northern states where it's a lot colder than it gets here, a lot quicker. You guys are a little bit ahead of us. As far as the rut cycle goes and everything like that. So I actually just wanted to see, you know, you said prior to coming on here that you've been hunting all week. What's it been like up there, man? What is the hunting like right now?
Yeah, it's actually been a little bit slow for the rut purpose. We only just saw it start picking up here a little bit last weekend, pretty heavy this weekend. So we're anticipating the next 2 weekends to almost be locked down for our deer. But like in terms of weather, it's been, I just drove back about 3 hours from our hunting property and it was snowing like crazy. So yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah. I'm a little jealous. When we had first started texting, I don't know, probably first week in November, you said you were about to get your first snowfall. Man, I would kill for one snowfall during the rut, just one.
We got 4 inches of snow in like maybe a 2-hour span. It was nuts.
Wow. So are you like northern Michigan? You up close to like, I guess it's Canada up there, right?
Yeah. So we're, my wife and I live is in Grand Rapids. And then we have her in-laws that own property up in like the northern part of Michigan. Not in the UP yet, but pretty close to it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've only been to Michigan one time. I went to Lake Huron fishing for smallmouth. I don't know if that's anywhere close to where you are, but that's where I was.
But it's fun. That's fun. My buddies and I sometimes will go to Detroit River and go walleye fishing in the spring. So,
okay,
I'm very familiar with it.
Are you a smallmouth guy during the summer?
I am. I love catching. I grew up fishing, so anything fishing related, I'll do. So.
Hell yeah!
Fishing stuff is actually down here already, so it's been nice and warm for the winter.
Wait for that ice to melt, man. Come on.
Yeah. Oh no,
you do a lot of ice stuff up there?
I personally am kind of like a hit or miss. You know, I'll go with some people if they've got all the stuff, but that's a little, you know, I'm a little weak when it comes to ice cold temperatures and sitting on ice and not my cup of tea.
Yeah, it doesn't ever. I mean, my dad said that back when he was a kid, it used to get cold enough here to freeze the rivers where they could ice fish, but it never, nowadays it never gets that cold. I mean, we get ice on the river, but it's patchy, you know, not thick, not nearly thick enough to walk on it. But it's a shame that one of our guys that I do this podcast with, he's a huge tournament bass fishing guy around here, and I'm sure he would probably love to pick your brain about some smallmouth stuff. But you know, it's kind of funny how pretty much anybody that deer hunts is also a fisherman of some sort. You know, it's like you hardly ever find a deer guy that's like, "Hey, do you like to fish during the summer?" No, not really.
So I actually only just started hunting my sophomore year of college. I did not grow up hunting. My dad didn't hunt. All of my best friends all hunted. All of my uncles hunted. I just never got the opportunity to go out with them. So my roommate was a big deer hunter, archery hunter, and he was like, let's go. So he handed me some of his dad's camo, went out in the woods. We ended up seeing about 4 doe that came within like 25 yards of us. And ever since then, just hooked. Have not been able to not hunt or think about hunting. So
That's
It's kind of
awesome,
cool
man.
to think about that. But,
Yeah,
then going back. No, go ahead.
yeah. I was just about to say, like, you're the anomaly, right? I mean, that's like, we're going to get into it, but for people like you and I that have young children, I mean, like, that's like what we're always talking about, like me, I grew up hunting, right? So like I've done it my whole entire life. Like I'm the normal, right? And so like, it's always been, preach it to your kids, teach it to your kids, pass it down. But in reality, and I have a buddy that's really good at this, like you're the kind of people that is going to save the next generation of hunters, right? Like if it weren't for the people that passed it down, people like you probably would have never even knew it, like even it thought about doing it. You said like thankfully you got lucky enough to have a roommate that was into it, right? But like if you didn't have a roommate, there's not many mentors out there that are looking for kids that aren't into hunting at all or have never even thought about it and saying, hey man, like let's try that, let's go do this, I think you might enjoy it, right? And that ultimately like is going to be the one downfall to hunting, several decades down the line. So like you are the anomaly, and it's awesome that it worked for you. And I think that that's a good point for people that may know somebody that doesn't have a mentor or a father figure or anything like that, a grandfather figure. And just mention it to them, take them fishing, take them hiking, take them hunting, whatever it may be, just to get them out there, because it is truly incredible what we get to experience in the woods. And I wish more people knew about it. So, kudos to your buddy for, it's making you come along with him. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. And I know we're going to get more into it too, but like, as you're a dad too, life gets pretty busy, life gets pretty complicated, and time is not in our favor necessarily. So doing fishing or hunting or literally anything with your kids kind of slows you down in life. So it's kind of nice to do. And now that I'm going to be able to pass this down to my son and daughter, if she decides that she wants to do it,
Right.
It's pretty cool to be able to do that.
Yeah, it's special, man. You said, and I don't want to, you don't have to give any specifics, but you said you're hunting some family owned property.
Yeah. So my in-laws have property up near like the Traverse City-ish area. So they've had that for a few generations now. So it's pretty much all tricked out. We do food plots, we do corn, beans, turnips. We're starting switchgrass, and it's learning for me too, because we're watching, her uncle and I are we'll text almost every day of like different things. So like rub lines, scrapes. We're hanging rope from trees with scent on it to get bucks to hit those lines and put cameras out. And, we've got a lot of younger nieces and nephews that are hunters. So we build a lot of our tree stands and put them in the woods. And it's pretty cool to be able to do that, to incorporate everyone. So you're not putting up a 2-foot wide by 2-foot wide tree stand and expecting someone that doesn't really know how to hunt or, climb up in one of those and not be safe or something like that. So now it's a huge platform that they're able to sit in and hunt and be able to enjoy the outdoors.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if you ever need a cousin from Maryland, just shoot me a text. I would love to come down. Nobody knows that. Nobody has to know I'm a random guy.
You know what? But, let's do it. Let's do it.
No, and the point I was trying to make with that is also very special, to be able to do exactly what you're doing, setting it up, and setting it up for your nieces and your nephews and all of your family to come and incorporate and hunt camp and all that stuff, because that is also going to help this next generation continue to be into it, right? I mean, we're losing land, like, especially where I live, we're losing land like crazy. And there's going to come a point where if you don't own a farm, there's not going to be many around to hunt, and it's just going to be state land and public land. And that can be, especially around here, that can be a pretty big deterrent for new hunters or unexperienced hunters. So having the ability to have, some kind of family owned property or even your own property, you know, to be able to continue to take your kids there and they can grow up hunting that. So that's pretty special, man. You're a lucky guy and you're doing it the right way, bud.
Yeah, I ended up when I met my wife, and she brought me up north. I was just like amazed at the property and what they've done with it. And then where I live, there's scattered state land all around our house. Like there's state land 5 minutes down the road that you could put up shop and, you know, take a deer if you wanted to. Obviously with state land, you know. So she's grown up on that property her entire life. So I was like, how about I show you what normal people that don't have private property get to experience during gun season. And I put up a pop-up and we went out there in the morning and we're waiting. And then the sun comes up and there's just orange all on the hillside people. And I'm like, this is what normal people see that do not have private property.
Yeah, sounds just like Maryland, man. And like, look, I got nothing against the public land thing, right? If you're an experienced hunter or been doing it a while, like I definitely think it's worth hunting public land just for the challenge, just to prove to yourself you can do it. But ultimately, like I said, it's not. It's going to deter more new hunters and more inexperienced hunters than it's going to do good. So you know, like I said, it is pretty special to have your own property up there. So my buddies all hunt state land. So I'm learning, you know, I've got Onyx that I use. So I'm learning from them, like different places to go, you know, how to navigate state land, where to go and things like that. So I really rely on those guys because that's what they do. Right.
Hunt the state a lot. So it's pretty cool to learn that aspect.
Is it pretty large tracts up there of state land?
They're not bad. I mean, there's a lot of good pockets that you can find, but then it's a lot of just hiking. You have to hike a lot, so get as far back as you can.
And are those areas, are they closed off? The only reason I'm asking is I'm just kind of comparing to like here, like unfortunately, like a lot of our state land here is also shared by like equestrian, like horse riders, stuff like that, as well as like hikers, bikers, stuff like that. So I didn't know if maybe your areas up there were closed to that during hunting season.
Yeah, I don't know if they're naiveness of state land. I don't know if they're closed off. I know for a fact that during archery season, when we first moved into this house, I ended up propping up in a tree and I saw someone just walk right past me. They were just hiking one of the trails and I was like, oh, cool. Didn't realize that. So yeah, I don't know if they're closed off, but I would assume that they're probably, yeah, I don't really know.
I got you. Yeah, I was just curious, man. It's just like, because like that's a huge battle that we face here, especially on one specific piece of state land here. It's like, it just feels like you can't escape it no matter where. You feel like you've walked in 4 miles deep and like you'll get set up and all of a sudden here comes a guy walking his little Yorkie. I'm like, what is going on, man?
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah. Or you walk all the way out there, find a spot, and then some other guy right next to you climbs up the tree and it's like, oh, cool. This is going to be fun.
Yeah. Are you, I know you said you've been hunting all week. Are you on any big ones up there?
So we've got a few decent, we've got about 2 10 points, 4 8s. And then I just got a text just before this that one of the nieces shot her cousin shot a 7-point that I've been looking at too. So it was pretty decent sized buck, but I ended up having my shooter 8-point at 380 yards. And I was like, nope, not going to touch off because it's gun season for us right now. So I was like, nope, can't do it. I'm not going to waste a bullet on a 380-yard shot.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about the gun season because I thought I knew that it came in sometime during the rut up there for you guys. Was it just this week it came in?
Gun season?
Yeah.
Yeah, it started Saturday for us, and then it goes for 2 weeks. So,
Gotcha.
yeah,
I mean that
we'll see. I'm more.
it is nice. Like it is there. Just trust me. The last 2 weeks of rut hunting here, there's about 5 times where I wish I had a gun in my hand. But it also is like one of those things where it just adds that much more pressure hunter wise and on all that. And it can shut it. I know it's the rut, but it can just shut it down during the day, force them to move during night more. But it is what it is. I mean, our gun season comes in 2 more weeks. So like the Saturday after Thanksgiving, it'll come in for us and it'll run for 2 weeks as well. And then we got a couple random small, like 3-4 day things here and there. So are you guys managing that property? Are you trying to shoot, 4-year-olds or better, or is it just kind of like a spread thing, outside the ears?
Yeah, we do our best to try to manage it. We've got both of her uncles, myself, and then my brother-in-law. We do a pretty decent job of being very selective, but we also have a lot of newer hunters that are coming in that are like, I don't really want to have them miss out on an opportunity on their first deer, or my niece shot one up there that was a 6-point. That was, I mean, just barely a 6-point. And
Right.
I'm like, that was her first buck ever. So we do a really good job with that. And then we call it Doe Palooza at I think halfway through December. And all we do is just take does. So we will go out in our field in the middle of the night during our tree season. And we'll just, there's like 30 to 50 deer out in the field, and we know that we need to take care of them. So we do a pretty good job of managing the doe side of the business too. So I think we got like 8 does in like one day in the morning sit, and then we took another 8 at night in the same day. So 16 doe, and yeah, we did pretty good.
Yeah.
I have enough venison to last a long time.
Yeah, you gotta, dude. It used to be like I could get away with like 3 deer a year in my freezer, for my wife and I. And now that I got kids, I'm like, God, I feel like I need 10 deer in my freezer. It's tough, but that's good to hear.
My wife is not a fan of venison, which is so funny because she grew up on it. Fine by me. I'll make burgers and all the good stuff. It's awesome.
Yeah, and I love it too, and so does my my oldest boy. My baby is just now starting to eat like real food, outside of milk. But my 4-year-old, he's like, he's a straight carnivore, man, and I swear it makes it better for him. And I'm like, yeah, I shot this deer, and then he's like, oh yeah, Dad shot this one, and like just he's like eating the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
my son will do the exact same thing. Yeah, did you shoot this deer? Yep. Oh, it tastes so good.
Well, since we're already talking about them, let's get into that a little bit. So the way I came across you, Chris, is you went viral on TikTok. Well, your son went viral on TikTok for a video that your wife had posted. And dude, your little dude he was just cracking me up. He was just so excited. So for anybody that I guarantee you, most people that listen to this have seen the video just because it was going around so much. But so the premise was that he was helping your wife pack snacks, and he thought that was for him or for you to go hunting. And then you surprised him by telling him you were going to take him, and he just lit up, man. And he was just the most excited little kid of all time. And I was like, as a dad of a 4-year-old, like that just hit me right in the feels, man. I was like, this is amazing. This is exactly what it's all about right here.
Yeah, what you didn't see is the 2 weeks leading up to that day, which was him every single day saying, Dad, I really want to go hunting. Dad, I really want to go hunting. And me telling him, you're just not old enough. Like, you can sit still for like 5 seconds and then have to do something. You have to sit there for
Right.
4 hours. And he's like, I can do it. And like the day that I took him out, on our ride up north, it's 3 hours up one way, and he was talking, and I was like, dude, if you're gonna sit in the stand with me someday, you're gonna have to be quiet. And then for 30 minutes, he didn't say a thing. My daughter was talking to him, he wouldn't say anything, and so we assumed maybe he fell asleep. And I was like, buddy, are you asleep? No, I'm practicing. I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I've been going through the exact same thing with mine. Like he's like this year specifically, he's really just been on that like I want to go, I want to go, I want to go. And I'm the same way, man. It's like I really want to take him, but I know I know that he's not gonna be able to sit quiet. And around here it's a temperature thing for us. So like I ended up taking him once. I posted an episode about it, but like I was kind of waiting for it to not be 100 degrees because we were going to sit in a ground blind, but also didn't want it to be freezing, and I was like baiting up this spot, putting corn out, trying to like make sure we at least see something. And I like just texted my dad. I was like, look, I'm going to take him. Like, we're just going to slip in like an hour before dark, 2 hours before dark. And like, if we make it, great. If not, like at least we tried. And he did surprisingly well. Like, and I don't know if you, what you did for your son, but like, we had candy, we had chips, juice, we had coloring books. We had it all, man.
Yep. That's exactly what we had too. And he has this, I bought him, or actually upgraded my binos and gave him my old ones. And all he does is just walk around and he'll just sit there looking out the window at whatever comes through. And, he was drawing all night, drawing deer. I think we were out of candy within the first hour. So I was like, crap, we got a long night ahead of us. But yeah, he did. I mean, surprisingly, the first time ever sitting out there, he surprised me. So
did you guys end up seeing anything that night?
We had one fawn come in, and he said, Dad, shoot it. Dad, shoot it. I'm like, buddy, this thing is like 6 months old. Let's calm down a minute. So no,
Yeah.
ended up being out in front of us, and because we can't bait here in Michigan, so we have like our own food plots that we plant and stuff like that. So it was just milling around, but it was also, I think that night, I think it was like 60s something out. So it was hot, and we weren't anticipating seeing anything. That's actually why I picked it, is because I saw that it wasn't going to be a great time for deer movement, but
Right.
yeah, not taking them out ever since. So
yeah, we saw a couple that night too, but it's like I didn't even think about giving him a pair of binos, and I probably should have, because like we're hunting this ground blind. You're right down level with him, and I'm like, all right, here comes the doe coming across the field of the corner, and he's like, where? And he's literally like out the window of the ground blind. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, probably not gonna come in now.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yes. Has he been out since that trip with you?
Yeah. Shoot, that was 3 weeks ago, I think it was now. So he's been out almost every time I've gone out. So we usually get up there Friday afternoon. He'll go out sometimes Friday afternoon, but mostly he'll just go out Saturday night and then Sunday night with me. So we haven't really had an opportunity yet on anything crazy. Actually we did. So we had a doe come in last week Sunday, and I've never personally used a crossbow. I'm more of a compound guy myself. I ended up stealing my father-in-law's, and the spot that we were in, it was very close quarters to where the deer would come in. So I'm pulling the window down, and the whole time he's like, Dad, I don't see it, because the window was just too high for him to look out the window to try to see
Mm.
him. So he's talking as I'm pulling the window down, and these deer are probably 25 to 30 yards away. And these deer are now turning and looking right at me. I picked the biggest doe, shot the crossbow at it, and she ducked me right away. And he went straight out the back door of the ground blind. It's like, I'm gonna go look for it, Dad. And I'm like, dude, the deer are not even out of the food plot yet. Like, so yeah, that was on
Yeah.
me. That shot was on me. That was a rushed shot, and yeah, but it was still fun to be able to do.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't taken my son again yet, but I plan to this gun season, just because that way I know if something comes in like a doe or something, like it'll be a no brainer with a gun. I won't have to. It won't be as hard to get done, I should say. But it's like the fact that your son is still going with you like all these times, like that's awesome, man. Like you're just like you're grooming him perfectly, for this. Because like me, I'm so hesitant because like pretty much outside of that one ground blind, like we just all have ladder stands, right? So like I'm not real comfortable yet with wanting him to go 20 feet up, and I can't find a harness that's small enough for him yet and all this. So it's like I really want to take him, but it's like, man, like it's so good right now in these other spots. I'm kind of being a little selfish, but then I kind of feel bad for being a little bit of selfish. It's like, but I think like we just have to remember like this. We're not going anywhere. It's the next 20 years is going to be us hunting with them. So
Absolutely, yeah. We got a gun blind that's kind of just, it's near the field, and it's just kind of, they're all made out of like plywood and 2x4s and stuff like that, so they're pretty soundproof, but it's one of those where it's not going to ruin the rest of the woods, because I got my own tree stands out there that I'm like, even if my son can get in a tree stand, probably not going to take him to those, because I know the big boys are walking through there. So
right. Yeah, no, it's pretty special. And then he went viral a second time. So
yeah,
so explain to me how that all happened. So I guess just a quick just for everyone is like marsupial gear just like straight hooked you guys up or hooked him up. That was freaking awesome.
it's still to this day is nuts. So like, yeah, I had marsupial gear comment on a different guy's video. My cousin texted me because this is gonna make me sound super old, but like I don't have any of like the social medias or anything like that. Like I had downloaded TikTok in 2020 when it was big, and then I realized like 3 hours of my life every single day would be gone super quick.
Yeah.
So I deleted that. Instagram, I didn't, whatever. I ended up not even using that ever. And then Facebook, I just used for Facebook Marketplace. So then my cousin texted me. He's like, "You need to download Instagram. I think Marsupial Gear is reaching out to you." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So then I downloaded it, did all the login stuff, and I saw a message from him, and I was like, "No way." And they're like, "Hey, let's jump on a call." It was like a 30-minute interview about my hunting experiences and things like that, similar to this. And they're like, "Hey, do you think we could use your video, and we'll get Brooks all hooked up to match you?" And I was like, "Heck yeah, that would be awesome." So yeah, they gave him a shirt, hat, bino harness, and everything, and that kid has not taken that bino harness off since he got it.
That is so awesome, man. When
Yeah,
I saw that, I was like, I'm glad there's still companies out there that are, willing to support, random people and kids at that, because I
yeah,
like, your son's never going to forget that ever, and probably,
yeah.
it in marsupial's eyes, they probably just want a customer for life, which is a great thing. But
Oh, yeah.
yeah, dude, he was so excited when they opened that box. It like was it a small harness? Like was it specifically a smaller bino harness for him?
It was. It's a youth harness. They actually make a youth harness, and it fits him perfectly. So like, yeah, I don't know if you saw the video, the first one that went viral. He had like a pretty beefy Carhartt jacket on, and I was like, "Oh man, this wonder if it fit him perfect with that on." obviously he's a little bit shorter than, like, I think my wife would probably know the percentages or whatever of height, but so like
Right.
he's a little bit shorter. So that bino harness sits like it's pretty big on him, but like it it fits him pretty good, and he can flip it down now, pull the binos out. He was doing that all weekend with me. He's just like, oh, I think I see something. Pull him out. Look, he's like, nope, didn't see anything. So yeah, he
Yeah.
loves it. And then we have another company that's sending us a duck call. We have another one that reached out and was like, hey, do you think you could, if we could send Brooks a turkey call? Like just random companies just reaching out. And I'm like, heck yeah, that would be
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's special, man. Like I said, I mean, he's never going to forget any of that. And that's just going to, honestly, it's just going to hook him more. It's just going to feed that passion. I mean, it doesn't look like he needs it because it looks like he's already pretty in as he is, but I mean, it's just going to fuel it more. So it's pretty awesome. I wish I had some gear to send you, but I got nothing. I got stickers I could send you, man.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
But that's pretty awesome, man. It was, I mean, was it outside of like the companies reaching out? Was it kind of crazy to go viral? I mean, I've never been viral. I don't know anybody that's ever been viral. I just was it kind of different? I don't know.
It was super different. Like I woke up on because I think we posted that Sunday night, and then I woke up. My wife like rolls over and she was like, this thing has like 14 million views." And I was like,
oh my
what?
God.
And she's like, yeah. And then I gained like 20,000 followers on Instagram or TikTok or whatever it was. And I was like, what the heck? She had like TikTok reach out to her and say, you're a contributor or whatever, paid content creator now. And I was like, holy smokes, like what is going on? I'm thinking I could retire now and hunt full time, but
yeah, no, that is crazy. I honestly didn't even realize it had 14 million views, dude. That's insane.
Now it's up to 20.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, every single day. We were just almost, we'd get the kids to bed and just read all the comments. We would just sit there and just scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll. And like she would refresh every 30 seconds and there'd be like another 100 to 200 comments.
Wow. That's nuts, dude. I can't even fathom what that would be like, and it's like, it's amazing that it happened, obviously, but I think it's even cooler that it like really wasn't even like intentional, like it wasn't, you were just like your wife was just videoing like the pure joy of your kid to go hunting, and like it just blew up into this beautiful thing. And it's like, I mean, that's the point of the internet, I guess, is like, to see special things like that. Even when I said, when I watched, I was like, man, it just made me feel good because I was like, this is exactly what it's all about right here. It's just this little kid just so excited to go hunting, and you got rewarded for it. I mean, whether you look at it like that or not, it's just, it's pretty special to see how it bloomed, how it, all played out.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. And it just brings me joy that, I can even be able to do that. Cause like I said before, I grew up, my dad just took me fishing all the time, which not complaining whatsoever. But now that I know now about hunting, I wish I would have picked that up as a kid. You know what I mean?
Right. Does he, is this past, I guess he was kind of young, but was he into fishing at all this past summer?
A little bit. Him and I this past winter were working on casting quite a bit with his little cars fishing pole that he got. But yeah, we didn't we went out a little bit, but I think next summer it'll be more for sure.
Yeah, that's like kind of where we started. Like, so we were in between houses this past summer. We had sold our old house and we were kind of looking for a new one. So we ended up at my in-laws' place, and they have a stocked pond out in front of their house. And so like every day during the summer, like we were just down there, and like he like we got like 2-3 casts out of him, but the couple times that he caught fish, like he was all about it. So that's kind of how he started getting into all that, is catching just like bluegill and small largemouth bass out there. But I'm actually really excited for this summer coming up. We'll be able to get on the boat and do a little bit more bigger style fishing.
Oh yes.
So
yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Is he in bed? Does he want to pop in and say hi before we wrap this thing up, or?
Oh, if he's not in bed, my wife is not going to get me. But he's definitely in bed.
Wow, I can appreciate that. I love my kid, but I also really enjoy bedtime.
Yeah, it's the best time of the day.
For all the people that aren't parents out there, when you become a parent, you'll realize how good bedtime feels.
Yes. Yeah, it's a ride. It's rewarding, and also teaches you how to be as patient as humanly possible. So
yeah.
And I'm about to have another one. So.
Oh yeah. Well, congrats to you, man. I mean, three is a handful. I thought, I was like, when we were pregnant with our second one, I was like, like they'll play together. Like it'll be cool. It'll be fun. It can't be that hard. And then, I mean, it's crazy. It is wild how much it changes from 1 to 2. I can't imagine 2 to 3.
Zone defense.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. But
yep, it's gonna be a ride.
Well, Chris, we'll wrap it up here, buddy. I'll let you get off and watch the Lions play tonight against the Eagles. Actually, you might just fall asleep on the couch because you've been hunting hard all week. Who knows? But I really appreciate you taking some time out, man, to hop on here with me. I know that we had never met before, but it was awesome of you to be super willing to come on here and tell your story and just talk hunting a little bit, bud. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me. It was a great experience being on here. So I'm glad you reached out.
Yeah, we'll stay in touch for sure. If you shoot a big one, man, you got to send me pictures. We'll get you back on to tell the story.
Oh, for sure. That's what I'm hoping for. I was actually thinking that next time that I get out there, I'm sure something big is going to come in front. I'm going to be like, this will be my sons. This will be my sons.
Yeah. Well, hell yeah, man. Well, again, if you're new here, this was an incredible story of a young boy that is, falling in love with hunting, and I just can't wait to see, what he does in the woods as he gets older. And you're doing a great job as a dad, man. And I love to see it. And again, I just really appreciate you coming on here, bud.
Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yep. Everybody listening, this is Upper Bay Podcast again. You can find us on YouTube and Spotify, Instagram, Facebook. We'll catch you on the next one. Later.